Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. We begin with the momentous celebration for the country's Olympians as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. vowed to bolster sports development programs. The chief executive honored the Filipino Olympic heroes for their historic performance in the 2024 Paris Olympics. The delegation, led by double gymnastics gold medalist Carlos Yulo and boxing bronze medalist Ira Villegas and Nesty Petesio, arrived at Villamor Air Base in Pasay City around 7 p.m. They were warmly welcomed by their families and supporters before heading to Malacanang Palace, where they were personally greeted by the First Family President Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and sons Joseph Simon and William Vincent. President Marcos awarded presidential citations to the athletes, with Yulo receiving the prestigious Presidential Medal of Merit for his historic wins in the floor exercise and vault events, making him the first Filipino to win multiple Olympic gold medals. The Philippines placed 37th in the overall Olympic ranking, the highest among Southeast Asian nations, marking the 100th year of participation in the Summer Games. In his message, Marcos announced additional cash incentives for the athletes, 2 million pesos each for all athletes, except Yulo from the Office of the President and Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation or PAGCOR. Petesio and Villegas will receive a total of 4 million pesos each, including the law-mandated 2 million pesos for an Olympic bronze medal. The coaching staff will also be given 500 pesos each. Yulo, who earned the largest share of incentives totaling 40 million pesos, was commended by the President for his dedication and excellence. President Marcos also expressed his commitment to improving country's sports program. He said he will seek input from the Olympians to develop a structured sports development program. Following the warm reception in Malacanang, the House of Representatives also hosted a congressional reception in their honor. During the event, resolutions and recognitions were formally presented to the athletes, including the Congressional Medal of Distinction for bronze medalists Nesty Petesio and Ira Villegas, and the Congressional Medal of Excellence for double gold medalist Carlos Yulo. House Speaker Martin Romualdez also pushed for the enhancement of benefits, including lifetime pensions for Olympic winners by reviewing and amending Republic Act 10699 or the National Athletes and Coaches Benefits and Incentives Act. In a bid to boost agricultural productivity, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has directed the Department of Agriculture to establish more soil testing centers across the country. During a meeting with DA officials, the President expressed concerns over the shortage of soil testing facilities. He says without proper soil analysis, farmers lack the necessary guidance on fertilizer use and crop suitability. The President's call came following DA's recommendation to conduct soil mapping and agricultural liming, especially in Luzon, to help expand the sugar industry. He said there should be at least one soil testing center for every region to allow guide farmers seeking guidance on crops suitable on their lands. In response, the DA said restructuring efforts are being undertaken to help increase the number of government soil testing centers. The agency also said it plans to build a total of 12 facilities by next year. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has ordered the Department of Education to rationalize the senior high school curriculum. Education Secretary Sani Angara said the plan is to create a core track of subjects commonly taken by students and make the rest elective or voluntary. Currently, there are 4 career tracks under the senior high school curriculum, namely academic, technical, vocational, livelihood, sports, and arts and design. Angara noted that Filipino senior high school students have to take at least 20 core subjects. Under the rationalized curriculum, students may choose their career track and take the corresponding subjects along with the electives. He said DepEd would ensure that these complement the students' chosen track for them to become well-rounded persons with solid foundational skills. He also said that DepEd would link up with industries to help them get a better chance of getting high-quality jobs. On August 1, the DepEd signed a deal with the Department of Trade and Industry and Thames International School to launch an e-commerce track for senior high school students. The DepEd also signed a memorandum of agreement with the Private Sector Advisory Council to come up with an enhanced work immersion program that would further solve the jobs and skills mismatch problem. The Office of the Vice President is deploying its Libreng Sakay service to aid commuters who will be affected by a planned 3-day transport strike starting today, August 14. The OVP said Libreng Sakay buses are deployed in 12 major bus routes in Metro Manila, Cebu, Bacolod, and Davao. In Metro Manila, free rides will be available at the new PITX Naik route through the Parañaque Integrated Exchange Terminal. The OVP earlier said it will coordinate with the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority for the deployment of the buses. As of July 31, the OVP's Libreng Sakaya served 1.3 million passengers nationwide. Earlier today, Transport Grupo Nibela launched its 3-day transport strike in Welcome Rotonda in Manila to protest against the PTMP or Public Transport Modernization Program. This after President Marcos Jr. thumbed down a Senate resolution calling for the suspension of PTMP. The Bureau of Internal Revenue filed today a tax evasion complaint against dismissed Bamban-Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo. The complaint stems from Guo's reported transfer of her shares in Baofu Land Development, which violated the National Internal Revenue Code. BIR Commissioner Romeo Lumagi said Guo failed to pay about $500,000 pesos in tax, particularly the capital gains tax and documentary stamp tax returns. Also included in the complaint are businessman Jack Uy, who bought Guo's shares, and Baofu's corporate secretary Rachel Joanne Malonzo Carrion. The BRR said it was auditing Guo's other companies in relation to the Senate hearings investigating her alleged ties to illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators. Guo could also face other tax complaints once proven that she has other tax deficiencies. The complaint comes after the Office of the Ombudsman ordered the dismissal of Guo as Bamban mayor for grave misconduct. She was also perpetually banned from holding public office, and her retirement benefits are also forfeited. It also found Bamban Vice Mayor Leonardo Anunciacion and 11 other officials guilty of conduct prejudicial to the best interest of service and suspended them for 3 months. The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission welcomed the Ombudsman decision, citing it as a victory of the government's campaign against illegal pogos. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under Pna News. I am Brenna Fernandez, and this is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.